Take me back to the time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Can we go back?
We are here at Metropolis, one of the most iconic studios in the world. Artists have performed and recorded here such as Pharrell Williams, Madonna, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Burna Boy, and there's many, many more. And we're sat here with the amazing Wisdom. Wisdom's from Tileyard Impact, and he's put together a featured vocalist program throughout this week, and he has another 4 weeks left to go.
I don't wanna be a secret. I don't wanna be a secret. I don't wanna be a secret no more.
When I did Sincere with Matt, which I wrote half of the album with him, and they released that song Crazy Love, and they left my name off the record. And of course I wanted it on that because it was a big moment. It was a huge label. They were pumping deep money into it, and it wasn't Matt. He was lovely, you know. He just was. He was amazing. He was like, look, come in, Lise. We'll just, just vibe and we'll write. And it was beautiful. It was organic and it was great. We were mates and had a great time. But then when the money comes in, everyone loses their fucking minds.
And then it became a point where you just didn't know who was singing on that tune, and women were being marginalised, and we went down that negative route. And when I say we, I mean we as men, because we were controlling the doors in the industry, not myself as an individual, but I can't step away. Yeah, but I've gone on that journey where I say, us as men, we can't step away from how women get marginalised within the dance music industry, period.
We've had Charlotte Haining, who's with Hybrid Minds, and also Colette Warner. So yeah, the guys you mentioned, with Liam Bailey did the vocal on Blind Faith and had a career of his own. Kelli-Leigh did I Got You by Duke Dumont, More Than Friends by James Hype, and a number of other tracks, and obviously Becky Hill, Afterglow. Yeah. So it's been, again, we are blessed in a situation that we have links and relationships. Kelli-Leigh's actually been a friend of mine for like 15 years, and I've been able to see her journey as a vocalist and see her get the number ones and stuff, but also see the challenges that she's faced.
Out of control. I love it. I'm going out of control. I need it forever. Out of control.
Because now it's all about Instagram and TikTok, and like that has become king. Like when I was 14 years old, I weren't sitting in front of my camera doing a fucking dance. I was getting pissed and stoned in a fucking field somewhere, do you know what I mean? And now they're all like what? Listen, if I was doing that shit at 14, I would not bother turning up to school at all.
Which is why I love the TikToks drinking with Becky, which was...
Yeah, because I refuse to be anything other than me, and apologetically always. And I think that's really important, is that actually I shouldn't be looking at nobody else's socials. I shouldn't be looking at anybody else, because everybody else is in the same boat as me.
I think what this last year has been really good at doing is making everyone step back a bit, and I think that was really important. I think, there was a bubble building, and, artist fees were really inflating, and what it did then mean that there wasn't a space to bring through like the younger generation, because you're too busy trying to make sure you've got your headliner to sell out your tickets, and that takes up your budget, so then you've got not enough space to bring through smaller artists that need promotion and experience and also are really talented.
Every time you see me, I just hold your tears and I'm praying for every breathing. You realize one day I'm what you needed. Some troubles and some faith now.
But every now and then you remind me, it's only when I'm lying in bed on my own, and I wake up and I don't see your name on my phone. I remember, that's when I remember I'm missing you. I'm missing you. I'm missing you.
The first day when we had Elizabeth Troy, for me, you know, I used to listen to her Crazy Love in secondary school, and that was just, you know, I'm a 90s baby and absolutely loved the song. So to meet the person behind it was just brilliant.
Becky Hill as well. Yeah, she's just such like a cool character, and yeah, even to have someone like her giving practical advice on songwriting, yeah, I just found it really helpful.
You're always the type to cause a commotion, and I should know that by now.
In that situation, that relationship building is key. It's natural to be a bit shy, be a bit nervous, you know, like, but actually how all of us, not just the writer, the producer, the label, how all of us carry ourselves in those situations. First of all, just to try and, like, you know, like that studio downstairs, it's not very big, so it probably feels a bit intimidating. The aircon's quite heavy if you want it, but it's like, oh God, like, I mean, you know, it looks like a proper studio, it is a proper studio. Half of the challenge is actually just getting on with each other.
The first couple of times I've absolutely winged it, but then when I went to like a gig and then saw the track played out, you understand what it does in a room, and then you write from a completely different perspective. Because, for example, melodically, I love to put a lot of information in my songs. So, everything is happening, I'm telling a really cool story. Where, like, when you go to the venue and see, like, people have just done this, like, save Luna, and everyone's put their hands up and can sing the thing back straight away, you're like, this is gonna bang in a room. So like now when I write to like anything drum and bass or electronic, I'm thinking about the space in which the song occupies and how it's gonna work in a set.
In my head, oh, oh, was it real or was it all in my head? Oh, yeah.
You know, your development comes into it. I think you should just write what you feel you want to write. You know, that's how you build your own style. And that's also how you learn. Because I go back now to some of my old songs and I'm like, oh my God, why did I say that, you know? So yeah, I think it's good. It's part of the process. Don't try and be somebody else, or don't try and write things to please other people or things that you think other people want to hear, because 9 times out of 10 it's actually not right. It's not what they want to hear.
Consuming all the air inside my lungs, ripping all the skin from off my bones. I'm prepared to sacrifice my life. I would gladly do it twice. Oh, please.
Hello guys, we're here today with Pola and Bryson at Metropolis Studios. How are we today? All right?
Very good.
Good?
Very good, yeah.
Cool.
I've been blinded by the lights. All those long nights that we've been through got me feeling right.
How have you guys been doing it through lockdown? All good? Or
Alright.
all right?
Yeah, coping. Trying to keep busy in that.
Have you been able to produce like lots more during all the time you've got, or?
I'd say yeah, probably more so because we haven't been able to meet up for such. I mean, we have recently, but for such a long period of time, we weren't able to be in the same room.
Yeah.
So we had to like do some
really
figure out how quick learning, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, to do like on the Zoom kind of
live streaming, sending audio, and that stuff.
What, trying to produce over live stream together, was
Exactly,
it? Oh
yeah.
wow, I bet it was hard on like the audios trying to hear.
Yeah, I think it took us a good like 3 months to actually ace it to the point where we could sit down and like work for a good 3-4 hours on a track together. But yeah, we got there in the end, and it works. It really is quite handy.
I do love drum and bass, but I love mixing it with other genres. It's not done a lot, but I do love trap and I do love hip hop. I do love R&B and drum and bass and EDM. So mixing it all together, that's something that I definitely want to do as a producer as well.
Because we were given about 30 tracks from big drum and bass producers and record labels, and I was listening to a couple of them and I was already like inspired to write lyrics for those tracks. So I think it's taking me out of my comfort zone, but also allowing me to explore like a different side of myself. Yeah.
The struggles are real, so I pray one day He will help me heal. I chose this. I chose this. Thanks. What's next? But I got to keep the faith. I got to keep the faith.
Next up, I'm going to call up Charlie. So you did 2 tracks for us.
So Wildfire is basically about kind of talking to somebody and they never listen to the things that you say until they feel the weight of what you say. And then sometimes when they say things back to you, it's like, oh, you're being really mean, but is there really a reason to be so mean? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, it was amazing. I met them here at Tile Yard, and then we literally got into a session that night. They showed me the track, I just got in the booth and started kind of riffing it. I stayed here till about 4 o'clock in the morning, recording that, and then went straight into Metropolis the next morning and finished it off with the final vocals. So yeah, I love it.
It was a bit nuts, really, because it was an idea that we had, but we weren't sure, I wasn't sure if we could actually pull it off, and the first week was insane. I think seeing sitting there myself interviewing Becky Hill, it's like, this is crazy.
I absolutely adored.
Really insightful, eye-opening. It was like monumental, interesting.
An insightful experience. Just worth it.
It's a word. Like beats.
Out of comfort zone.
I think that's the beauty of like dance music, because music in general is just like, it doesn't feel like there's a ceiling when it comes to dance music, so it's definitely something that I'm going to be looking forward to exploring a bit more.
Well, thank you for sorting this whole course out. It's been an absolutely amazing week, and I wish the luck to all the vocalists.
Find it hard to breathe. I find it hard to breathe. Find it hard to breathe. Find it hard to breathe. Up.